And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for NFL Week 10. You know, they used to say about a year or two ago that all I did was pick favorites, man. I've been picking a lot of dogs this year with regard to NFL and college. But anyway, got some lines of personal leans out for NFL Week 10. But before we dive into some more free content here on YouTube, just got to quickly remind you once again that we are 3-0 in our last 3 extra daily picks on patreon.com/BrockPage. If you want to unlock today's extra daily pick, it's only going to cost you $2.99. We're also 6-2 in our last 8 daily best plays on that site as well. And if you want to unlock today's daily best play, that's only going to cost you $1.99. Now, we currently have over 675 members signed up and active on that site. And if you want to join those folks and get in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And moving on, we're going to take a look at Texans, Browns, 1 p.m. Eastern kickoff this Sunday. The Browns are -3 at home, totals 50 and a hook. The Texans are plus $1.50 for an upset win on the road. Now, Houston's failed to cover the point spread in their last 3 straight. They're a league worst 1-7 against the spread overall for the season. Now, this Houston offense ranks in the bottom 3 in the league in rushing. They're also in the bottom 5 in fourth quarter scoring on the road. I know that's kind of a quirky, particular trend there, but just keep that in mind if you're doing some in-game betting. Once again, bottom 5 in fourth quarter scoring on the road. Now, running back David Johnson is averaging just 51 yards a game on the ground. The Texans as a team are gaining only 87 yards a game on the ground as well. Meanwhile, defensively, these guys have been pretty putrid on their side of the ball, not getting the job done. Top 5 in the league in most points allowed. Top 3 in most rush yards allowed per game as well. This Houston D gives up nearly 33 points a game when they travel and almost 180 yards a game on the ground away from home. Now, Merciless, Roby, Cole, and Colombi are all questionable for Sunday. Meanwhile, Phillips and Teller are questionable for the Browns. Hooper, Garrett, and Chubb have all been upgraded to probable for Cleveland. So that is great news for Browns fans and fantasy fans alike. Once again, Hooper, Garrett, and Chubb upgraded to probable, so we should end up seeing those guys this Sunday. Now, Cleveland's played pretty well at home this season. 3-1 straight up in their games in Cleveland. The Browns are also averaging 27 points a game on their home field, and they rank in the top 5 in home rushing. Now, Kareem Hunt's touched it 115 times for 529 and 3 scores. Pretty good numbers through 8 games. And keep in mind, Hunt's been kind of in a specialized role this season. He hasn't been the number one. He hasn't been RB number 1 in the first half of the season. The only reason why he's getting so many touches is because Chubb has been out for, the last 4 weeks or so. But anyway, Hunt's averaging nearly 5 yards a carry. And speaking of the devil, Nick Chubb, who's missed, 4 games this season, he scored 4 times on the ground and is rushing for nearly 6 yards a carry. So in his limited action, certainly productive out of him. And as bad as this Cleveland defense has looked this season in certain spots, they do rank in the top 3 in fewest yards allowed per play at home. The Browns have 20 sacks on the year along with 14 takeaways. B.J. Goodson has a pair of interceptions from that linebacker spot, 58 total tackles and 3 PBUs. Myles Garrett has 9 total sacks on the season himself, 9 TFLs, 25 total tackles, and 2 forced fumbles for Garrett. So they're going to certainly look forward to having him back this Sunday. Now, the Cleveland Browns rank in the top 10 in fewest pass yards allowed at home, 7-2 straight up in their last 9 at First Energy Stadium. Now, total-wise, 5 out of Cleveland's last 7 ball games got over the posted number, 3-1 to the over at home. Meanwhile, the Texans saw 2 out of their last 3 get over the line themselves. They're 4-0 to the over when they travel. So with all that said and done, I'm going to go ahead and lean toward the Cleveland Browns -3 and the over 50.5 in that contest. All right, next matchup, it is going to be Buccaneers-Panthers, 1 p.m. Eastern kickoff in Charlotte. The Tampa Bay Bucs are the 5.5-point favorite on the road. Totals 50 and a hook.